Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth and rule well. And I want to say shalom to you, Akhman Akhwat, out there pursuing this truth diligently. Coming at you once again with another lesson. All right, so, well, not so much as a lesson, but it's kind of an informational video, so to speak. All right, now I'm filming this one from my phone. We're gonna kind of go into some phone stuff, and we're gonna go into some computer stuff. All right, now this is mostly, this is for the new brothers that are coming in, that are, trying to find ways to put lessons together. All right, so I'm gonna kind of just show you my setup. Everyone's setup's gonna vary from person to person. I kind of have I tried. It's a semi-cheap setup that you can get. All right, I kind of bought it on a whim. So of course, right here, this is my phone. All right, this is just an iPhone 8 Plus. It's pretty old. Any phone can do it. I used to make lessons on my 6S. Okay, it's not a good phone, but you can do it. Okay, now what you're currently sitting on is, it's like one of these. I can actually show you here. Bear with me. I don't use this very often, but it's crap. A minute. I might have to work that out. 1 minute. Bear with me. I decided to mess up all my stones. All right. So, what you're currently looking at is this. Okay. I got it from Five and Below. All right, I don't know if I know they got those, quite a few places. Basically, you just slot your phone in there, and this thing can be twisted. I'm not gonna do it because I only got one hand. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to get it back. This can be like it can be adjusted right here. This is as high as it goes. It can go lower than this, so you can like slot your phone in there, as I'll do now. All right, and this it like bends up and down right here. It's got the mount. You can bend it up and down. All right, get my phone back up in here. So, it's, not the, it's $5, so the build quality is not the, the most professional thing you're going to receive, but it does its job. All right, now, how we're recording through here, all right, I guess we'll start with that. I guess we'll start with the phone first. Now, if you're using your phone, and it's your first time, what you want to do is you can either, depending on what version of phone you got, you can slide up. All right, you're going to slide up. And then down here, there'll be this little red, well, it won't be red at the time, it'll be a little dot. Now, I don't think it'll let me do it, but yeah, so it'll let me do it. You can see it's recording right now, okay? So, this little microphone on button, all right, when you first do it, I think it's gonna be off, all right? So every time, all right, I cannot stress this enough, okay? Because it's happened to me before, all right? You mess up sometimes. Make sure, all right, every time before you hit recording, make sure that this microphone is on, because that sometimes will shut off and you're gonna go and make a lesson and there will be no audio. So make sure, all right, before you do anything, before you hit this, hold it, make sure microphone is on. If it's not, hit it, all right, and then, you're gonna do it. It's gonna count down from 3, all right, and you should be good from there. Another thing I wanna get in on, all right, and I don't know if it's gonna let me do it like this, but another thing I wanna get in on is settings. You need to make sure, and it's gonna be all sideways, I don't know how this video is gonna work, but you need to make sure you go down to display and brightness. All right, make sure you go down here and go to auto lock, all right, and turn on never, all right, while you're making your videos, all right. Don't set it to, make sure to set it back to 30 a minute, where do you have it set on before, but make sure you set it to never, because if you're talking, all right, about a scripture, bringing something down, all right, and you're not touching the screen, it will shut off the screen, and when it shuts off the screen, it will cut your video. All right, so just make sure. That's another thing to keep an eye on. All right, so those are 2 things that you really want to keep an eye on right there. All right, now so that's really as far as I got for phone. All right, phone's pretty easy to do. There's a couple apps. If you're looking for a good Bible app for the phone, there's Logos Bible. This is the one you see me using most frequently on the iPad. All right, as you can see, you can get in here and have your interlinears or your cross references. All right, Good News Translation, King James. All right, with Apocrypha. All right. Another good one to have is, of course, the Holy Bible by itself. This one by Kairos is pretty good. It doesn't have the interlinear, but by itself it's pretty good. It doesn't have the Apocrypha either. This one over here, the Pocket Sword, I believe has the Apocrypha. And that one's all right, but personally, I just use the Logos Bible for all of it. I kept the other apps, and then you're gonna want Blue Letter Bible. All right, of course, if you're getting into the Greek words. I'm not a big fan of the mobile app. I prefer to open it up on my computer, open up on my phone in the browser app, because I feel like the browser app's better. All right, you might want something like Etymology Online. All right, and this is where you can type in definitions. You can see, just grab wisdom. Okay, you can see it'll give you the definition. It'll break it down through wise and then dumb. All right, just things like that. Another study tool. All right, and we'll show you that on my computer, but you can also get it on your phone. It's called Obsidian. All right, that's another thing you might want to look into. Now, we'll get rid of that and that and that, and that and that. And go back to that. So we got that. Now what I want to get in on is, first and foremost, okay, another thing you can do, all right, all the same things that work on here work on your standard iPad. All right, you can go, and this is like 99% of the time I'm making lessons on this thing now. It works the same thing that apply. You want to make sure your screen doesn't turn off. With that, you want to make sure it's recording. Same thing on this. All right, you want to make sure you on this one you slide down from the top. All right, and your recording button, that's how it's going to look. All right, and again, you're going to want to hit this, hold it, make sure that's red. Okay, just like that. Boom. Same apps. All right, same thing, same recording. Same. You can see these are the ones I use on here. Okay, if you can see that. Same thing. All right, and having the iPad gives you some benefits. You can do split tabs. All right. Now this isn't something cheap. Okay, but it's something that you can grab. Okay, it's wonderful for studying on and making lessons on. All right, but again, it's not cheap. All right, and I know how it is. For most, I don't have the most money either, man. I get it. Okay, so this computer setup, all right, is set up as cheap as possible. Okay, now we're gonna go over here. I'm gonna move my water out of the way. Okay, now we're gonna go over here and we're gonna show you a few things. Now, let me grab a drink while I'm at it. And I'll do it off camera so you don't have to see my, my ugly mug. All right. This is kind of my setup over here. Now, and you might see this looks, I'll tell you right now, this isn't expensive as it looks. This right here, I got this from a thrift store. All right, these two Yamaha speakers, man, I got those from the thrift store. They were $10, and I got them on a deal where they sell for $5. Okay, I think that was like $10. Everything looks, you can have nice things if you just go to the thrift stores. All right, and hopefully they work. Now, this right here is what I use primarily. All right, well, when I'm doing my videos on my computer. Now, this right here is a blue snowball. All right, it's gonna look like this when you first get it. Okay, it's gonna stand. It's gonna have these little feet. All right, mine are somewhere in a drawer somewhere. All right, the only problem is that it picks up reverberation. All right, every time you hit your desk or do something like this or move, it's gonna pick up all those. All right, so that's the problem. All right, and there's a fix for that, as you can see. We got it right here. Okay, so this by itself, I paid like $50 for mine. Yeah, so it's $49.99. I got mine from a Target. All right, you can get this like right now on Amazon, I guess, for $39.99. Okay, and all it is it comes with that and a stand. There's a little thing in the back, a little wire. You plug that in, boom, bam. Plug that into your computer, and we're gonna show you how to make sure that's hooked up. Okay, and there you go. It's pretty good. I mean, it's a budget mic. All right, it's a budget mic, but it works pretty good. If you watch the videos where I'm doing on my computer, that's the mic that I'm using. Okay, that's the mic that I'm using, and it does its job. It's actually pretty good for the price. I've had before I came into the truth, I had I was trying to make videos and stuff on YouTube. Before I had this a Blue Yeti. All right, it's the same brand. It's slightly better, but I mean for lessons, I mean this thing's adequate, man. This thing's perfectly fine. They can hear your voice, and that's all you really need. All right, now what I have on it is one of these, and I think it's gone up. I only paid like $12 for mine, I think, but it's called a microphone arm Okio AK35 microphone. It's like a boom mic. It's a scissor arm. Okay, and you can see it's 15 bucks. Sometimes it's 20. And, you know, I've seen it down as 12. I think I bought mine when it was 12. All right, it comes with this if you're using like a what do you call it? If you're using like a dynamic microphone, you know, the ones with the cords that, you know, the bands use. All right, if you're using one of those, you don't have to get the Blue Yeti. It's just an affordable. If you can find one, if you can find a situation cheaper than that, hey, go for it, man. But you know, like, so yeah, you see it's like these. But you basically, like the bottom of the Yeti, all right, not the Yeti, the bottom of the Blue Snowball, the microphone, all right, has it. So you see this, it has this thing, it just screws like right in. It has, this is where it originally was mounted, and you can see it's upside down. So that's where it was, that's what like originally was screwed into right here. Okay, but now that's like right here, you screw that in. All right, it's adjustable, it's arm, you can move it and stuff. It pins, you know, it pins right to your desk. You know, so there's some things with it, like mine, like one of the pieces on the bottom fell. I mean, it's 14 bucks. If you have the money, go ahead, and there's ones for like 100 bucks, I'm sure, that are way better. But hey, we just got this set up. So altogether, this setup was like 50, like 65. If basically, if you're going off of the prices right now, like 40, 50. It'd be 55 if you're buying it right now, and assuming you had Prime, and you're still gonna get tax on it, but those are the ones you can go with. Perfectly adequate setup. All right, I just leave the back of it, all right, slightly unplugged. If you plug it in, it'll turn red. And you know how it is. I don't like shit. Listen, I know they listen in anyway, but I don't like it anyway. Same reason with the camera. Now, so we got the microphone out of the way. There you go, Blue Yeti. I'm sure if you just type in, you know, microphone USB, or just microphone for PC, I'm sure you'll find some. Like this one, this is 40 bucks, all right, and it comes with the whole setup. I don't know how it's gonna sound, all right, and that's the most important thing, all right, and you know, is making sure that they can hear your voice, because you can't hear your voice, you can't hear the scriptures, and if you can't hear the scriptures, hey man, you know. So there you go, those are the two things I use. Now for the webcam, now this webcam, man, is doo-doo, okay, but it's okay, it's all right, it's a Logitech C270 HD webcam, 720p, all right, $24.99. All right, that's it. That's what I use right up there. I just got a piece of, it's like a gum pack, you know, because I don't, you know, again, I don't like, you know, having the recording shit all on me all the time. All right, you can just unplug it, but my wire setup on this computer is a mess, so you can go and do that. If you have it, if you have the money, all right, I suggest going and getting, is this the one that does 1080? I suggest going and getting this. I believe this is the same one, or one that looks very similar to the one that I used to have, you know, back in the world when I was doing videos and stuff. This is a wonderful camera. All right, it's 1080p, so you're gonna get better quality out of it. It's discontinued by the manufacturer. It's old. It's super old. You can probably find ones better now. Okay, so I don't have the definitive. This is just my setup. All right, everyone's setup's gonna be a little bit different, but that's my setup. All right. Of course not with that one. I got that one up there. Now, so yeah, that's basically it. We covered the microphone. All right, the microphone stand. All right, we got the webcam. Okay, so that's what you're gonna need, because it's good every once in a while to show your face. I need to do it more. All right, I don't do it enough. All right, but sometimes it's good. You know, no matter how, you know, you don't like seeing your face. You know, I get it, but you know, we should try to. I need to get better with doing that. All right, showed my face a little bit in this video, so you know, at least there's that. Now, okay, now we're gonna get into some softwares, man. Okay, now this is where for the computer. Now we're on the computer. All right, dealing with, that's all. We're on the computer section, as we have been for a minute. Now, this is OBS Studio. Now this is what I personally use. All right, now the brother that was on the comment board of the other comment board. Man, where do we go? 1 minute. Bear with me. Here it is on this video. All right, called The Dumbest Scoffer Bugged Out. All right. I know he was, you know, speaking about what Street Teacher uses. He said in the comment he uses StreamYard. I'm not too familiar with StreamYard. I tried using it, and I know it's supposed to be like entry level, but it was a little complicated for me. Okay, now like the brother said, you can link it. He linked it down below. Well, I don't think he linked it. But here's the brother, edification for the hopeful elect of Israel. Of course, you had Street Teacher, all right, Elder Manata Zakba, say, the one I used for this video, which was made on the phone, is the screen recorder installed on the iPhone. That's the one we spoke of when you know when you slide up from here. I just took a photo, but the one you slide up from here, like that one down there, that's the one the brother's using. Okay. Now he said, is a screen recorder installed on the iPhone already? On the laptop, it's StreamYard. There are also others depending on what kind of phone you have. All right. Now for Android, I'm not going to be able to help you. I think the brothers that use it, it's called like it starts with an M, and I think I've used it before when I had Android, and but I'm not going to be able to walk you through that one because I have an Android anymore. All right. Well, there's probably one somewhere in the drawer, but we can go and go to here. So what you're gonna want to do, is you're gonna want to download it. All right. If you got Windows, I'm not familiar with Mac OS or Linux too much. All right. You just download it. Okay. It's gonna pop it up here. Well, this is a different browser depending on your browser. All right. You're gonna get it. You're gonna have it right here. I'm sure you've installed things before. All right. It's gonna walk you through it. And go ahead and do all that. Now it's gonna throw me an error because I'm already, using it. It's already up and running. But there's that. All right, now the program. All right, again, that's the program we were talking about was OBS. All right, stands for Open Broadcaster software. All right, so this is what I use. All right, and you can record videos and you can also stream from this as well. Okay, so let me just full screen this. All right. Let me go ahead and full screen that. All right, so this is what my screen looks like. Okay, now let me go and do, let me do a new scene. I'll just do it, video test. So this is what's gonna look like when you first get it, man. Okay, you're gonna open it and it's not gonna have this either. That's a Bible add-on. It's gonna look just like this. Okay, so what you're gonna need to do is you're gonna go on your scene. All right, and you're gonna have to go. I'm gonna do this by hand because it's gonna be a lot easier to get you up in there and closer. All right. Let me flip this. Hopefully it orients itself. All right. So you're gonna want to go to scene. All right. You can name this whatever you want. You can rename it to like just like I don't know, like a webcam. All right. Say you want to just have your webcam first. Okay. And we'll do another one. You add one. And over here, just put, this is how I set it up. And then put desktop, okay? So now you got webcam and desktop. You can arrange them by dragging them, okay? So we'll go to desktop first. Down here in sources, you're gonna hit plus. And then, so this is so, when you're doing your videos, people are gonna be able to see your screen, okay? So you're gonna go to display capture, okay? Over here. It's going to be display capture. You can put, type in anything. You can just put like PC screen, whatever you want to do. Well, fucking type right. PC screen, just type that, boom. All right, and then it's going to pop up and it's going to capture method automatic. All right, and then it's going to show your display. All right, if you got multiple monitors, all right, if you brothers game, all right, you're gonna make sure you have your main monitor. All right, if it's the one in the middle, select the one in the middle that you're doing all your work on. Okay, so display one. All right, and it's gonna show my monitor. All right, and then you can capture cursor if you don't want them to see it. Like you can see right here, I'm moving around. Like watch, I'll be over the default button, and I'm moving it around. See, but you can't see it. But if you put it over here, you can see it. I prefer to have the capture cursor on. If you don't want though, that's up to you. All right, then you're gonna hit OK. And congratulations, if you move this screen, all right, you'll see that it's capturing the background. All right, and if you pull up like this, like King James Bible Online, you can see it in the background. Of course, it's not gonna have this screen on it, but it's just gonna show you that. This is what you're gonna be seeing. All right, so you got that. So now, boom, you have that. What you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna lock that so you can't, delete it or mess it up. Okay, so you got that. Now, go to your webcam. All right, and then you can do plus. Then you're gonna want to go to, where is it? It's video capture device. All right, and go to, you can just type in webcam right here. All right, just type in webcam and hit OK. I already used that. You can put webcam. I'm just gonna have to put webcam 12 because it'll say it. It should pop up automatically here. You can see me if I take that little well, you know, this little tab here. So there you go, you can see me. All right, so you're gonna wanna make sure that your webcam selected. If you got many, don't select OBS virtual camera, it won't do anything. All right, so make sure you have that. You can go ahead and configure video. If you got this camera, the same exact one, it's gonna give you this. And through here, I can move this. You can zoom in, all right? You can zoom out, all right? That's what you wanna do if that's something you're interested in. You can turn on this terrible option of follow my face. It's not really doing it too much, but I don't turn that on, it's awful. Then you can mess over here, you can mess with your brightnesses and stuff. It's gonna all have to be a part, you know, you work with your environment, all right? This area is kind of dim sometimes, so I have to turn the brightness up higher, all right? So, you know, would you like to save change? So, well, I can mess with it and show you, like, see the brightness and mess all that, and the contrast, and, you know, however you need it to look, all right? You don't want it looking crazy because then it'll, you know, have you looking like this and all weird. So you want to make sure it's, or you don't want it like that and it'll whiten you out. You got to make sure it's, you know, right in a good amount, you know, something about like that. You maybe even a little lower, you know, right about there is what you want it at. All right, color intensity. If you blow it up, man, you're gonna look, you know, you look all crazy in pink or purple or green or brown or like weird, just weird stuff starts going on. If you drag it too much, you're gonna be in black and white. All right, so you just want to, like, you know, an even amount of color, all right, to where you don't look like a cartoon. All right, but anyway, I'm not gonna. And then, oh, if you're like if your hand's on the wrong area, you don't like it over here, you can choose mirror, and it'll mirror you depending on how you like your setup. I don't really like it mirrored, but there you go. I'm gonna cancel that. Would you like to save your changes? No, thank you. All right, so there you go. There's that. So you can go to a default device. Now, another thing that you're gonna want to do is there's a couple things down here that you're gonna want to mess with. Video format. Let me see. Resolution. Now, resolution, FPS type. Now, I prefer, if you want it to look even, go to custom, right? Because it's not automatically displaying in like a full 720p window. It's like cut down. It's like broken down. Go to custom. All right. Match output FPS. Resolution, and type in well, not that, 1280 by 720. All right, so there you go. Now it's going to be wider. Okay, so there you go. You see how it was before? Now, if you need to edit this again, just go to Properties, click on it, right click. All right, Properties, and down here. Now it's going to have it match output FPS. You can do 30 if you don't want, you know. Because it's gonna give you an even frame rate, but it's not gonna take up a whole bunch of space and be like several gigabytes. Now I will tell you, when you're using the webcam like this, it's gonna take up a whole bunch of space, man. Like, I'm talking about gigabytes. So your videos are gonna take up they're gonna take up more space if you're saving them, and it's gonna take longer to upload them. There you go. You can drop it down to 30. All right. You don't even have to do that if you want. If you want to, you can just go to default. All right, and leave it as it is. All right. It's just gonna be a smaller window. All right. See the difference? All right, you see it over there in the corner right over here. You're gonna do custom. See how it blows it up? All right, but from there, all right, you get a better resolution. So from there, what you can do is, and the reason I say to do that is because if you want it on if you want a full screen webcam, you're gonna have to do it like this. Because see, this is that's how we did it with the custom. So you can go to Properties. If we don't do that, if we go to default and try to blow it up all the way, see, you're gonna have this weird black space in the middle, or you're gonna have to have these two black bars on the side, and it's just not great. So make sure you go to Properties, Custom, 1280 by 720. You can set it either to match output FPS, highest FPS, or 30. Just know if you're in this, I'm gonna show you how to get it in 60 FPS, 1080p too. I should at least. So then you're gonna want to make sure, yeah. So don't do that because it's gonna mess you all up. There you go. So there you can see. Now, so you have desktop, you have webcam, and then you can do another one and do desktop plus, I'll just put, yeah, webcam. So you see brothers do this sometimes as well. So then what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna go and select display capture. All right, add existing PC screen. Boom, there you go. So you got your PC screen. And you want to go to plus, video capture device, add existing, webcam, okay. And you want to take this, scale it down into something you like, all right. And then you can, you know, block it up here. Now, if you want it, if you think this is too wide, now you can go to properties and go to device default, and then hit OK. Actually, 1 minute. Device default. There we go. And then hit OK, and then you'll have a tiny little brick. You'll have a little square block that you can throw up in the corner just like that. All right. So then, you know, it'll look like this. You'll have you up in the corner, all right, and you can move that to wherever you want. You want it, you can move that too. Don't do that. If you want to, make sure you lock the PC screen, so you can move this to wherever you want. You want it over here, and it'll lock too. You know, it'll automatically connect. See, it'll slide in. Boom. All right, you can have it over there. If you want it on the bottom left, you can have it over there. All right, you can have it in the bottom right. Okay. Most time, you know, throw it up in the bottom, the top right. Okay, so there you go. So now you can go to desktop, okay. You can have just your webcam. Well, it's gonna, see, that's another thing. That's why I don't really recommend making it small like that on this screen, because if you do that, it's gonna make it small on this screen again too. But you go over here and just, for the sake of this video, I honestly just recommend, I leave it like this anyway. Just go to custom, and then, so it is gonna be a little bit bigger. What you're gonna wanna do is just chuck it up there. So there you go. See, it looks just as fine. It's just a little bit wider. And then your webcam will be fine too, and you won't have to worry about, you know, anything. So you'll have the desktop if you don't want your face or on it. All right, and then you can have just the webcam if you just want your. And I think that's the brother. It's one of the brothers liking the video. So hey, shalom. Oh no, not the portrait video. There we go. So you know, there you can actually probably go to video and you can get a bigger. Yeah, you can see a little bit more. So there you go. Actually, I kind of don't like that. Never mind, because it has that stupid time. All right, so there you go, webcam. All right, and then you have desktop and your webcam. All right, and then once you get into a little, and you can change like to fade. You can do like, let's go to desktop. Let's do fade. Do fade and cut. Well, usually there's more than this. You can go yeah, like Stinger, Luma Wipe. There's a bunch of different things, man. So do you know, something like that, and then when you go, see, I don't like it. It's too much, man. But if you want that, you can do that. That's something you can do. I personally just like the regular fade. Okay, or you can go to cut, which is just, I think I use cut. I think I do. I think it's just jumps, just straight jumps, no fade or nothing. But you know, these are things you can play with. All right, just make sure you know, be careful. All right, you can fade to color. All right, for example, if you want it to randomly fade to, like, if you want it to fade to black, you can do that. All right, so it does that. You want it to fade it to white for some crazy reason, you can do that. All right, but you can go, I just leave mine on cut or fade. I just recommend cut or fade. Like, again, you can see cut, just boom, 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 jumps. All right, fade gives you a slight little transition. All right, if you're into that stuff. And again, this is a very modular system. You can, you know, make it as complicated or as not complicated as you want. So there you go. You get basically a little setup. Now there's things you can do. You can go to you can go and, like, say if you have a keypad over here and you want to, like, you know, hit different buttons to switch for the screens. All right, you can go to edit, you know, file, settings. All right, it should bring up hotkeys. All right, so you got, you know, this is mine. When I start my select, you get my finger out of the way, my whole hand out of the way. How I start my lessons, and where is my hand coming from? There we go. All right, so when I start my lessons, what I do is I hit Alt and W. See, that starts them. Okay, now when I stop, I hit Alt S. That's what, so you guys don't have to see me going up and open the app and hitting it. All right, now if you go down to the bottom, I'll show you scenes. Okay, so like down here, switch to scene. So desktop and webcam. Switch to scene. We're gonna put this one. Okay, we're gonna put this. Okay, the slash. All right, show PC screen. We're gonna go to that. Okay. Or actually, no, we're not gonna do that. I lied. This is wrong. Here, let's go. If you mess up, just go ahead and hit that. All right. Let's see what that said. Let's see. That must be, you know, I believe that's you. It says, oh yeah. You know, hey, no problem, man. No problem. You know, how about Shmi Shai, bro? Don't do it. All right. So let's get back over here. All right. And Slack, you know, with the jankiness holding the screen. But, you know, I wanted to be able to do phone and screen. I can't do phone from the computer, so, you know. So, desktop, if you want that, we're gonna go with that, okay? For desktop, we're gonna hit that little button right there. For desktop and webcam, we're gonna put that asterisk, all right? So, right there, we're gonna get rid of this. There we go, get rid of that with that, okay? So, and then for webcam, we're gonna do one of those dash buttons, all right? So I think that should set us up in the screen. So let's see, I'm gonna hit this button. There we go, so yeah. See, this button right here, you gotta make sure, you can even take a piece of like tape if you want to, and like a little sticker, and just write on it what it is. I've thought about doing that before, I just never got around to it, and just like hit it, because this one's gonna give you your webcam. All right, this one right here is gonna give you your webcam and your desktop, and then this one's just gonna be your desktop. So boom. So right now, webcam and desktop, and then boom. This one's just desktop. See, boom, 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 boom. So if you're saying something and you say if you're going on a talk and you don't want to see them, and then you don't want them seeing you because you want the scriptures to be bigger. And then, you know, you want to, you know, talk and get deeper in the scriptures, you can go like this. I've seen street teachers do that. All right, so that's something you can do, man. So that's pretty much it. For the most part, you can go to settings. Another thing you want to do is you can go to video. Make sure your output resolutions, 1920 by 1080 or whatever screen you got. You know, if you have a 1280 by 720, make sure it's 1280 by 720. If you got a 1366 by 768, if you're working on a laptop, make sure it's 1366 by 768. Okay, you know, 1280 720, whatever, you know, so on and so forth. And you can find that out, and we got a little bit more to do in this video. I just say go to common FPS values. Mine's set at I just set it at 60. All right, actually, mine just set at 60. Let me go back to my main one. Let me go back to my main one. Let's see what I got it set at. Output. Okay, so you're gonna want to just copy all this. All right. Output mode, simple. Video bit rate 2,500 kilobytes per second. Audio bit rate 160. Now I could be messing up too, but I just set it at this. It could be higher. Encoder is software. All right, at X264. Encoder preset, very fast, medium CPU usage. If you got a slower computer, you want to go to ultra fast, okay? If you got a beast of a computer, you can go to, you know, fast, high CPU use. And, you know, I'm an older gaming computer that I threw together when I was like a teenager. So, recording, go to high quality, medium file size. Recording format, you can do MKV or MP4. It's like your dog's going and having a coughing fit. I do MKV. You can choose MP4. If you're some websites don't like it as MP4, all right, or some websites don't like it as MKV, but I think MP4 is a little bit bigger. What I would do is I'd recommend leaving it MKV. Okay, make sure your encoder is hardware or software or whatever. I have an AMD graphics card, so I don't know if it's using my graphics card as you know that, but that's not something most brothers are gonna have as a graphics card unless you have a gaming computer. But you can go to software or software 264, I'm sure, and that would just be fine. All right, now they're gonna record in MKV format. And then you're gonna wanna go over here and set your recording path to where your videos are gonna output at. All right, I'm gonna cancel because I don't wanna mess anything up. All right, now mine, I have it set to lessons and I pin it. All right, in my quick access, I pin it so I can just go to my lessons. These are all the lessons I've made. All right here. And you can see they're in MKV. Now, say if you're uploading to like BitChute or Odyssey, All right, or I don't know if Rumble's fine with it. Rumble might not be, but say that is. Okay, let me delete whatever that was. All right, and say that is. All right, what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to go to File. Okay, File, Remux Recordings. I don't know why they call it Remux and not Remix, but Remux. And you're gonna want to go and click your OBS recording. All right, this is an MKV. Okay, click on that, and then go to Remux. And you're gonna wait a little bit. Your computer might be a little bit slower. No problem with that. All right, then you can go back. You can see we got an MP4 version of the same video, and let's see if it's a different size. It's just a little bit bigger, and you know, I'm gonna go delete that because I don't keep them in MP4, I keep them in MKV. A little bit, hey man, that little bit of space goes a long way. All right, that little bit of space goes a long way. Now I guess I can touch on some, that's pretty much for the most part really it, I think. Other things, there's a lot of things, like I said, it's really, if you want to have like something down here, you can go to your desktop. I'll go back to the, so I'll go back to the video test that we're doing, and go back to the desktop. All right, go down here and choose text, and then in here, just you can type scrolling text, like I did, but you know, and then do that, and then you can type in something. This is a test. Blah blah. All right, and then what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to put a dash right in between that. All right, and then you can go to enable an anti-aliasing. You can select your font and make it bigger or smaller. Do like a, let's see, that's a little too small. I can't even see where that went. 16. Where is that, man? I can't even see that. Oh, there. Oh, yeah, you're gonna need way bigger than that. You're gonna need go to like let's go to 72. Let's go a little bit smaller than 72. Let's go to 48. All right, so there you go. You can see it right there. We can just, I'm just gonna get rid of that blah blah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, there you go. So then I don't like Arial font. I use Bebas New for mine. So there you go. You can do that, and it's a more nice looking font. Then background. What you're gonna want to do is go to background. Select just you have to turn on background somehow. Let's see. Background opacity. Turn it all the way up, and then you're gonna get a background. You can make it any color you want. Just like I like it like a nice like medium gray. All right, so you can do that, and then go to OK. Okay, you're gonna move this down to the bottom. That's how I do mine, at least, so you can see it down there. And then click on it and go to Properties. No, I lied. Click on it and then go to Filters. All right, Plus, and then go to Scroll. Okay, and then you're gonna go to, however fast you want it. You can have it crazy fast if you want. All right, but you can go like this. Something about like right about there is fine. 45. All right, limit height. You can limit width, and then width you want to make keep just scrolling it up. You can go to like let's see, a little less than 2,000 on this screen. Let's see. About 1925, a little bit less than that really, but there you go, and just scroll it. All right, there you go, just like that, and then go to close, and then boom. Check it out, man. There you go. Then you can put anything you want in there. All right, and you'll see it'll have the dash. You gotta make sure you have that dash. Actually, what I do is I usually I don't know if does it work like this. Let me see if I do another dash. Nah, I don't like that dash. No, you just want to have one. And So there you go, and then now you have that. You can go in here, you can select it. You want it to be a little bit bigger. You can say you want it to be like 65. You can do that. See, now it's even bigger on the screen. I use it to hide the I make it a little smaller because I use it to just hide the all the stuff down here, because I mean it has no point, and it's nice to have, you know, like an edifying message going across. So that's something you can do. All right. Other things you can do is, let me go and get to my regular one. All right. As you see here, this webcam, it has a background on it. Well, you can see it better if I you can see that there's kind of a background. There we go. You can see there's a background on it. That's just an image. You can look that up. All right, you can look that up and type in webcam background. Make sure it's a translucent image, a PNG, and then you can just slot that right behind there. Again, it's, you know, you can make it as customizable or as least customizable as you want. All right, so it's all up to you. There's many different things you can do. All right, I also have it like this. I have this one set up to where if I want to capture my obsidian, which is not going to work at the moment, but it's usually this. All right, but I was going to go into obsidian in this video, but I don't think I am. It's a good, you know, if you want to take notes, it's a wonderful program to take notes with. You know, Lord willing, I'll get into a lesson on that at some point. But, you know, and then of course you can do streams. I almost forgot. All right, so streams. What you're gonna want to do is do start streaming. Okay, or, you know, you're gonna want to do oh man, it's been a while since I've done this. Let's see. Stream. Okay, stream. Okay, so there you go. I'm not gonna be able to walk you through this exactly, but you're gonna go to service. All right, is YouTube. Okay, RTMPS, and server, primary YouTube ingest server, and then there's gonna be something here that it does. All right, and then you're gonna basically go. I can't show you too much, give you all my info, but you can go and let me put it away first. Let's see, go live. Bear with me. I think most of it's hidden. What we'll do is we'll just let's put this right there under my stream URL. I don't know if you can do anything with that, but so that, yeah, you're gonna click up here. Let me go back. You're gonna click right up here, go to go live. All right, go live, and then it's gonna give you this screen where you're gonna, you know, be able to edit your title and all that stuff, and sometimes it'll stick and it'll never leave. All right, and then it's gonna give you all this stuff. All right, and of course you're gonna have to paste that, whatever this is. All right, of course I'm not gonna let you see it, because then you could stream from my channel. All right, which, you know, you know, if there are malicious people out there, which there are, you know, always watching us, they can, you know, do some crazy shit. You never know. But this is gonna link up with this. All right, I'm sure there's videos you can find on that. All right, and then you're gonna want to go and do just like how I showed you the Alt and W and Alt S for starting and stopping videos. You're gonna want to go to File, Settings. Okay, and it's a good thing you can't see over there fully, but then you're going to go to Hotkeys and do the same thing for start streaming and stop streaming. Okay, and then that's basically it, man. That's basically, you know, that's basically it. And then there's oh shit, I don't think that'll do anything anyway too much, but you know, that'll do it for the most part. You know, there's other things, there's other apps. You know, it's an experiment, really. You know, it's an experiment, really. Let me put this back over here. Bear with me. All right, kind of crooked, but hey, whatever. You know, it's kind of an experiment. That's one of the things you're gonna do. You're gonna find, you know, what works best for you. All right, OBS works best for me. It might not work best for you. You might go and do StreamYards and find StreamYards works best for you. StreamYards didn't work best for me. So every brother, you know, is gonna have their different preferences of what it is, what it isn't. Like I said, I know that OBS has more embedded functionality than StreamYard, but it also has a learning curve. Okay, but if it's easy once you get down to it. I forgot a couple things. Other thing you want to do, most important thing, all right, is down here. All right, it's gonna have your I'll go back over here. All right, you're gonna want to go to Slovakia. This is kind of started on a whim. Like I said, you know, that the brother reminded me that I've been wanting to do this for quite some time. So it's kind of just on a whim. I kind of just started. I didn't really have any plans for it. But let's go back to our little test program here. Audio mixer. You're gonna want to go. Audio input capture. And it's not plugged in at the moment. Let's see if I can get that. 1 minute. I think that's how you do it. 1 minute. Let me remove that. Should be. Yeah, okay, audio, so there you go. Okay, so you're gonna wanna hit plus, go to audio input capture. Let me delete that just to show you. Go to plus, audio input capture. You can name it mic, or microphone, whatever you wanna do. And, you know, I messed it all up. Name it mic, go to microphone. And if you didn't get the blue snowball, it'll be named something else. But then you just hit okay. And then down here, every time you hear me speak or tap this thing, you'll see it go up. Now you can make it go higher and lower. However, if it's too loud in your videos, you might have to, you know, deal with this. Another thing that you're gonna want to do is if you do a lot of videos where you're like showing videos playing, you're gonna want to hit plus and then go to audio output capture. And then that's gonna be, you know, audio output, your desktop output. That's gonna be what's playing on your computer, so they can hear what's playing on your computer. Like say if you're playing a video of a brother talking, you're gonna wanna make sure you have this so they can hear him. And you're gonna go to, it should just be, mine is gonna be off my sound card, which is this one, but yours might say something different, but you just don't wanna leave it as default. Just go to speakers, or you can leave it as default. It might work, but, and then boom, you go there, and then you might wanna, you know, have it lower so it's not like, if you're playing a video, it's not like screaming over you, you know, while you're trying to talk. So there you go, those two things. Another thing, in Slovakia, everybody's getting loud, as they usually do. You want to get down here, if it'll let me, stop. You want to go down here, okay, and go to sounds, all right, hit sounds. And then over here, you're gonna go into recording. There's your microphone, all right, if you only have one. Click on it, double click, go to levels, make sure it's all the way up, man. Make sure it's all the way up, okay? You can mess with it through here in the levels, but make sure on here it's all the way up. And then advanced, make sure you select the highest amount. Mine is 4800 hertz DVD quality. If you got a better microphone, it's gonna be better, right? Because if you go down and select telephone quality, oh boy, man, it's gonna sound like you're talking over your mouth like this. It's awful, all right? It's awful. So make sure that's that. You can do allow access to take control over this device, which is going to be OBS. Okay, give exclusive mode application priority. Make sure they have that. All right, and boom, boom. Okay, and as you can see, as I'm talking into this microphone over here, I'm tapping on it. I'm gonna tap it. You can see that level spiking. All right, every time I speak, you can see it spiking. All right, because it's on. But yes, man, it's that. I think that should do it. All right. For basic stuff, at least, you know, if you brothers, you know, I know I didn't really, you know, like, and it wasn't really a lesson, I didn't really grab any scriptures or anything, but I want to make sure, you know, have a video out there for you to watch, all right, from a brother at least, all right, and, you know, not some rando on the internet that might not be doing the same things, all right. So, you know, Lord willing, it was edifying to you, all right. Lord willing, it was edifying to you, all right. It helped you in some way. All right, there's multiple, like I said, you know, we were saying there's multiple different apps out there, man. There's multiple, there's the ones that I use on my phone, like VN, like for example, this app, I use this app specifically for editing shorts. Now, I'm not sure, they might have fucked up this app by now. I'm not sure you can mess around with this app. It's just called VN. I use it for editing shorts. You might be able to do full video editing on it, all right, on the phone. For computer, I use Adobe Premiere Pro. All right, there's other free. I mean, Adobe Premiere is better. It does cost if you do it that way, but there's other free things you can get. All right, if you can find a way to get it for free, you can get it for free. All right, it's, I've asked if that's necessarily stealing. It's not stealing. All right, it's not stealing. All right, to get an app for free if it's not necessarily a free app. Okay, but we're not going to go into how to do that in this video. But if that's what you need to do, there was I used for a while I was using let's see, free video editing software. Let me see if I can find the name of it. I was using a program called HitFilm, and it wasn't the best. I mean, it'll get the job done in a whim, but there's that, and that's if you're gonna be like doing like you mess up and you have to cut something out, or you have to cut certain things in, or do like a high tier editing. I run my videos all together. If I mess up, I'm screwed basically. I have to end up going finding a video editor, cutting it, all right, and then like pasting it back together, and it can be a hell, man. But like, hey, sometimes you're gonna mess up. That's one of the things when you start making these lessons, you're gonna learn, man. There's times I've accidentally cut videos off. There's times where the audio hasn't worked. I'm sure everybody could tell you. Hey man, Satan's gonna mess with you on this technology. But like I said, that's pretty much the end of the instructional video. Lord willing, it helps you and got everything you need. Like I said, if any of you have any questions, any of you brothers have any questions, just leave them down in the comment board, and Lord willing, I'll get to them. I'll try to help you the best of the ability if I need to make follow-ups. All right, but hey, I just wanted to be able to help you and get you started, and you're making your lessons, all right, and showing you what I use personally, all right, and Lord willing, it was edifying, and it helped. Well, not edifying, but it helped you in your pursuit of teaching this truth. All right, so hey, with that, I'm gonna close out. All right, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Well, this video was informative. So like I got my default closeout going on. All right, so Lord willing, this lesson was informative to you. All right, so hey, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barak and Thumb to all you brothers and sisters out there. All right, mostly you brothers right now that are watching this video, because your sisters ain't gonna have no use for this video. But yeah, so hey, until the next one, Lord willing, Shalom.